Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video, whereas today you can see we have the Marvel Legends series, Marvel Knights, Daredevil, and Blade. And they're not in the packaging. I already took them out and played with them a little bit. But just for the you nerds that like the packaging, I can't really talk, I'm a nerd too, but you got the logo for Blade and Daredevil on top. You got pictures of them on the side. You got read up and pictures on the back. You got more pictures of them on the side. Got the bottom, look back at the back, you got the little wanted poster looking type thing back, you got read up, and the biggest thing is, I think this is the first series back to window packaging that's not like on the retro cards, so yeah, that's cool, because, I mean, I don't really buy figures in store, I mean, sometimes I do, but, you know, you need to be able to see the figures. So that's what the inside of the packaging looks like. It's nice looking, but other than that, take a look at the actual figures. So I just wanted to do these at once because they're from the same series, so it will make sense. And I don't want to do two separate videos for figures that are essentially pretty mid, in my opinion. We'll take all the accessories out, put Daredevils on the side, and then we'll put Blades on the side too. So, aesthetically, I think these guys look pretty good. You'll notice one big thing about these is, Blade's arms won't go down. They stay like that. But worse than that, they won't go up either. They won't go up. Unless that's a me problem and my copy of the figure. Maybe it's just that, but I doubt it is. Because I watched some Anthony's Customs video on this guy, and he didn't really talk about how it doesn't want to move. But he did talk about it not wanting to go down. And I feel like he was very easy on this figure, which is crazy, because he was very hard on this figure, and this is a better figure than this. It really is. Yeah, I think he's a bit of a crybaby when it comes to a lot of figures. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. I like him, don't get me wrong. I love watching his videos. But I think some figures he's a little bit hard on, especially Marvel Legends. And I can understand that. I actually support that. But he's kind of the reason that I bought this. I mean, I probably would have bought him anyway, but he's the reason I bought this Blade. I was gonna buy the first release of Blade, but he said that this figure was pretty good. I mean, was obviously a little hard. Like, he wasn't hard on it, but he criticized it. But he wasn't bitching and moaning about it, so I figured that meant this figure was pretty good. But it's not the best figure. It's good to just stand there, I guess, but even that, you're gonna have to put him in action poses because of this face. Like, you see he's screaming all the time. He doesn't come with an alternate face sculpt at all. So that's why I probably am planning on either getting a Mezco to replace this eventually, or just the original, like, what was it, Man-Thing, Build-A-Figure Wave one. And I'm gonna get Man-Thing anyway, so I might as well get that, but I'm just not a big fan of this figure. And this sucks, because I love Blade. I really like Blade. I'm not a big fan of the movies, but I like Blade. But yeah, I mean, I guess while we're looking at it, we might as well just go over articulation and stuff. First of all, aesthetic, it's all plastic. There's paint on the head, paint there. I think that's paint on the inside. I think the forearms are painted only because you can see brown bleeding over on the sleeve. I mean, come on, Hasbro. There's so little paint on this figure that, and you messed up the paint that's actually there, if you can see that. Because this figure is very dark. Like, he's dressed in all black leather, so he's pretty dark. So I have to turn the brightness up to an ungodly amount just to show you. Yeah, for Blade, we're just going to turn the brightness up a lot more. So as far as articulation goes, arms can go down. Not at all. Arms can go up that far. At least on my copy. Maybe your copy's different. I don't think it's a QC issue, though. You can swing the arms all the way around. Double jointed elbow, which is good. Bicep swivel, hinge at the wrist. You've got the head can look up pretty good amount, which is good. Can bury the chin pretty well. You don't get, you actually you do get some pretty good tilt. I will give it that. You've got a ab crunch that goes forward that far, but it looks stupid because this, so that's why I'm either going to replace it with the Mezco or just get a wired cape for this guy. Probably do both. Probably get a wired trench coat for the actual other one because it'll fit better. But cloth, obviously. When I say wired. You have the twist there. Leg can kick that far wait, hold on. Leg can kick that far forward. Can kick back that far back, I guess. Kick out that far, yeah, that's great. You can get the thigh swivel. Double jointed knee. Which, yeah, it's double jointed, I guess. And then you got the ankle pivot, or ankle swivel, shin swivel, whatever you want to call it. Then you got ankle pivot. Forward facing pin for rocker. You can hinge it down, you know, hinge it forward, hinge it down, rock it pretty well. Yeah, so as you can tell, I am not very happy with this guy. And I'm normally pretty easy on Hasbro and their Marvel Legends team. Because I know there's a lot of guys there working on these that are pretty passionate about these figures, and they like a lot of them, I'm sure, but this guy's just not excusable. And then for accessories, he comes with the, oh, that's a big hunking piece of plastic. The Mindless one head, and then this plugs into it, whatever. This is just the Build-A-Figure piece, and I won't be completing the wave probably, so. He got his S blades, which are pretty cool for killing vampires. He comes with 2 stakes, wooden stakes, just a brown piece of plastic. He comes with his Ninjato, however you want to pronounce it, which is basically a short, fat katana. Yeah, and as you can see, he wants to fall over. His short, fat katana is essentially what that is. And then he comes with gripping hands to hold them all. No trigger finger hands, which it's Blade. He should have came with that. He should have came with at least an Uzi as well. And he definitely should have came with a relaxed head. But you can just put the Ninjato, whatever you want to call it, in there. And stand him up on the shelf and never touch him again. Now for the better figure, which people have been shitting on a lot, is this Daredevil. Now I like this design for Daredevil. I like seeing Matt Murdock with a beard. I don't like the long hair at the back, but I kind of like the beard. It's a little pointy, but I kind of like it. And then Daredevil with black and red is always pretty cool. Now, for aesthetics, just like Blade, he really doesn't have a lot of paint. The D's are painted on nicely. The beard is painted on pretty nicely. I feel like the eyes could have been a deeper shade of red. And then the rest is just molded plastic, I believe. So for articulation, the head can look up about that far. Not good, not great. Can bury his chin if you shift it back. But if you kind of do if you pop it off a little bit and then shift it up, you can shift it up a little more. He's going to look a little long-necked, but if you pose it away, I'm sure if you get rid of that, you can actually get better articulation out of that. He's got okay tilt, you know. Arms go up. At least his arms go up. Arms are more important for me than head articulation being that great. He should have better head articulation, but he has long hair and stuff, so I will excuse it. Well, I won't excuse it, but I can understand why. This guy should have definitely been able to put his arms up this high. He's got a bicep swivel. And then double jointed elbows, which go up farther than Blade's. He's got a hinge at the wrist. And then he arcs forward that far. Arcs back that far. Can obviously twist. Kick the leg out way farther than Blade's. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, which looks a little weird. I understand that, but it's an action figure. I'm okay with it looking a little ugly in places, especially if it means I get better articulation. Looking at you, Blade. Can kick the leg back that far, forward that far. And yeah, he's got, you know, forward facing pin for rocker. He can hinge his foot back that far, and hinge it forward about that far. And yeah, for accessories, he comes with this thing, which is like his billy clubs with blades at the end. I don't know what you'd call this thing. And then he comes with his 2 billy clubs that can go together, which is cool. And then you can take them apart, which I do wish you could have taken this apart. I would have loved. Literally, all they would have to do is just use this piece and then add these blades and just do 2 versions of it. That's all they would have had to do. And then you can actually put these in his side holster thing. And then they go right in there. Fit pretty snug. And then if you don't like it on that side, you can actually pretty easily twist it around and move it to this side if you like that better, which is pretty cool. I mean, I like that it moves around pretty freely. I like that it's not tied down and hinder articulation. Alright, you'll notice he doesn't come with any hands, which is kind of outrageous. This whole wave, I feel like, was kind of not thought out well enough. And I usually think people are pretty hard on Hasbro. I mean, oh, they're too hard on a bajillion-dollar company. But you know what I mean. The team, I think, they put in love with a lot of figures, but these guys just have not been it. I recommend not picking up either one of these guys. I recommend picking up the Mezco or the first release of Blade. Yeah, he's skinnier, but I think he moves a lot better from what I've seen. Plus, he comes in an amazing wave if you just pick up the whole wave. And this guy, if you like this look, I do recommend him because he moves pretty well. I just recommend picking up extra, like, cap hands or something to, you know, give him better hands. But also that new cell-shaded Daredevil's coming out, and that's actually on the Renew Your Vows buck, and which is the same buck from the 3-pack. And you'll be paying a lot less for it. I mean, you'll still be paying $50 for 2 figures, a figure you probably won't want. And what I'm talking about is it's coming with Hydra Man. But you'll also be getting a pretty dope-looking Daredevil. A lot of people don't like the cell shading. I do. Okay, and for some size comparisons, we're going to put him next to another Midnight Sun and the Amazing Yamaguchi Daredevil. And then we'll do the Mofex Spider-Man, Black Suit Spider-Man. But also, we're going to, before we take away Moon Knight, we're going to give him... And yeah, these guys look great together. These are my only Midnight Suns figures at the moment. I mean, I do have the Marvel Select Venom too, but I haven't opened him yet. And then we're gonna look at my favorite anime. Well, one of my favorite anime. We've got not Deku. So sorry, that's blasphemous to call Luffy Deku. We got Luffy. And the best character from the show, Roronoa Zoro. And then, as far as Marvel Legends go, we have got the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. And then we'll do also the inferior Spider-Man, in my opinion. Just because he has toe articulation, he's so much better. No, he's not. And then we'll go Mezco, Deadpool. Oh, shit. He fell over. Mezco Deadpool. Which, yeah, I'm going to make these guys team up. And then we'll go Mafex Nightwing. So, yeah, there's those guys. And then I actually picked up, just as, like, I just want to show these off. I picked up the Valaverse weapon set, the Echo weapon set. And it comes with a few pretty cool guns. I don't know gun names, so... But I just want to show these off. I just kind of recommend getting these guys to go with, like, really, your Marvel Legends, your Mezco, G.I. Joe, whatever. But, this is one of the guns. This is an AR. And this actually comes out. I don't want to pull it out because this part is, like, really weird in there. But it comes with this stand for it to be relaxed. And then you got the swappable kickstand thing to actually put it underneath it. And then you got the shotgun, which is pretty cool because it can actually, you can remove the shells from it. And then you've got a couple other guns. Let me grab a couple of them. So next we got, I think this is a pistol. I don't know guns. I don't know guns and I don't know cars. So, but you got two pistols, whatever these things are. Futurist. This looks pretty futuristic to me, but it's all like army weapons. And we got these two in the back, so all the blackness is gonna blend together. And then you got, I think this is the gun Owen Grady uses in the first Jurassic World movie, so that's pretty cool. It's like a rifle. And then you got like this hand cannon looking one. Pretty nice. You've got this AR, which comes with 3 removable clips, and this the third one is actually in the gun, obviously. And then you got like this SMG looking gun. You get another SMG looking gun and another SMG looking gun. And I kind of got these only for this weapon. Literally, this is the weapon I wanted the most to go with Blade. But Blade doesn't even come with trigger fingers. And then you also get this weapon effect and this weapon effect. And they just plug right in on the guns that have plugs. But on the guns that don't have plugs, this one, you plug the gun into it. This one has the hole for the gun to go in. And then you got these smoke effects. And you only get 2 of those, I believe. I think you get 2 of those. Yeah, you got 2 of those. So, yeah, and for $15, I just figured I'd show it off. It's less than your average Marvel Legend. And if you need it for, like, a Punisher or a Deadpool or... I mean, I was going to use them for the Punisher figure that I will be picking up eventually. And then Deadpool. And then also Blade. And I also have this really bad Red Hood custom that... It's really bad. It's an older one, but I figured I'd just show off what the guns look like in a Mezco hand. So they actually do work pretty well. You can get him staring down there. So yeah, and then we'll look at the actual AR. So the AR has a pretty small handle, which is kind of weird, but you can get it looking pretty good in there. I bet these look best in G.I. Joe's, which is, well, it probably looks best in the Valaverse brand, but, so, yeah, guys, not a big fan of this, 2-pack, or not 2-pack, it's not even a 2-pack. I really would have been terrible if it was a 2-pack, but I'm not a fan of this wave so far. Lady, Bullseye looked kind of interesting to me, but I don't know if I'm going to pick her up now because of these guys, and, yeah. I mean, it's just not a great wave, is it? I mean, it's got the pretty cool-looking Iron Man from Midnight Suns game, which I love that game. So, if they did a whole line of all the characters, I'd pick it up. But Iron Man has the weakest design from that game, in my opinion. I mean, it just looks like a normal Iron Man suit. So, the only other figures I'd be thinking about picking up from this wave would be... I mean, eventually I'll probably get a couple fist ninjas to blend in with some hand ninjas. And then I was thinking of Luke Cage, but now, after all the reviews, he looks worse than these guys for the most part. So, not him, but I will probably pick up Clea to go with my boy Doc Strange when I pick up a Doctor Strange, because I love Clea. But, yeah, these guys are something, aren't they? This figure will be played with, definitely, but this figure will be posed up and just probably sit there. So, thanks for watching, guys. I guess I could put him next to the Mezco Wolverine just to put a good figure in here for a second. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.